Well, it's officially official. The San Jose Sharks have locked up another piece in their young core. Welcome back to the channel, boys. We got another one today because the San Jose Sharks just locked up Collin Graf for another 3 years at $4.25 million per year. Good news for Sharks fans because we've been waiting for this news for a while. We've been trying to figure out what the deal is, what the holdup is, and kind of like I mentioned before, I think the holdup was just getting Mac's deal done. And now that that has been finalized and he is now the richest player, or will be the richest player in the NHL, the most expensive paid player in the NHL. Mike Grier getting some business done, locking up another piece for another couple of years. A bridge deal, I'd have to imagine. We're going to take a look at the contract really quick and talk about what this might mean for Will Smith going forward. All right, so let's take a look at what the Sharks had to say on their website, and we'll get into the contract. Yes, Colin Graf signs a new 3-year deal. He was an RFA going into this summer. I think that's what the big question was for many Sharks fans, was what the holdup was. We didn't think he was going to get paid a bunch of money. Granted, he got a nice payday today. We thought this might have been some business that would have been taken care of really early into the postseason, but here we are, July 31st, getting done nonetheless. Colin was a big part of our team's improvement this past season, being an effective penalty killer for us, and his versatility in the lineup was extremely valuable, said Grier. His hard-working attitude and work ethic is a big reason why his game took another stride last year, and he continues to be an important person in our young group of players. We're happy to be able to keep him a Shark for the next several seasons. Yes, I'm happy he's a Shark for the next several seasons. If you're happy he's a Shark for the next several seasons, let me know down in the comments. Looking at the contract, again, $4.25 million per year, 3 years. So he'll be another RFA at 2029. I thought this was going to be an easy deal for the Sharks. Granted, we didn't know Mac was going to get what he got or we didn't have an idea of what Mac was going to get until the offer sheet Leo Carlson got this past summer. And I honestly thought that Colin Graf was going to get William Eklund's contract, and he pretty much did, minus a couple of years and a couple $100,000. But he did take over that contract. I said that in a previous video, and here we are today talking about it again. What do you know? Look who was right. But like I said, this is probably going to be a bridge deal. If Colin Graf keeps producing the way he was producing this past season, I can see him being a very valuable piece going forward into the future with this team. Last year, 81 games played, 21 goals, 25 assists, 46 points. Pretty good considering I didn't have really any high expectations for him. I'm not sure what your expectations were for him. But once he got on that first line, he definitely made an improvement for that line and for his game as well. So Colin Graf, rightfully so, earned this contract. We don't know what the numbers and negotiations were going back and forth between these two camps. I don't know. I don't know if he wanted more, but I'm really happy with this number that he got right now, and the term. As we know, the cap's going to go up in a couple of years, and we'll have some more money to play with at that point in time. If Colin Graf can keep producing or improving year by year, I can see him being maybe double this, depending on how the cap situation works out for the Sharks. Now, looking at the cap situation for the Sharks right now, after this signing, that puts us at $3.3 million going into this year. Not great. Not great. I know it's some wiggle room. It's a little bit. It's enough if we want to sign a fourth liner here or there, but we don't need those players. We need to handle some big business, and that big business is a player, Will Smith, right here. He's up for a contract. He's still on his ELC. He goes into next year, as of this moment right now, without a deal in place. I think this will get done this year. I know Mike Grier just said the other day in the news that they're talking to the camps. At that time was Colin Graf's camp and Will Smith camps, and they were working on numbers. And I said in my last video when Matt got signed is I don't know what the comparison is going to be for Will Smith right now. I think this is a prove it year for me right now for Will Smith. I still think he gets signed by the Sharks. But if he wants a big ticket, and I know he does, he's going to have to prove it. I don't know who a comparable is right now. If I'm going to be completely honest, the Montreal Canadiens are doing amazing work with their cap situation. So I'm looking at them a lot as to comparables. I know Will Smith is not the kind of player that Demidov is. I think he's a little bit behind. But I think that Demidov contract will work for Will Smith when we have the money to do that. Now we can sign him right now and that contract can go into place next year. But I think if I'm Will Smith's agent representation and they present that deal to Will Smith, I'm going to tell Will, like, hold on. Go out and prove that you're worth more than that. Last year, Will Smith, 69 games played, 24 goals, 35 assists, 59 points, second in scoring for the Sharks last year. Now, he did miss some games with that shoulder injury that he sustained in Pittsburgh, that crazy Pittsburgh comeback. Will Smith had to sacrifice a shoulder for that to happen for us. But total games played, 143 games, 42 goals, 62 points, 162 assists, and 104 points total for his career right now. So, a little under a point per game player. He did miss, like I said, he missed some time. So I'm not going to fault him for that at all. But if he's going to want a big ticket, he's going to have to prove it this year. If you think that is the case, let me know down in the comments, because this is I'm not going to say I'm worried about this at all. I think Mike Grier is doing what we all expect Mike Grier to be doing at this point in time. Would we like to see Will Smith be signed going into camp? If you're asking me, I'm going to say prove it. Prove that you're worth it. I know a lot of Sharks fans are in love with Will Smith, and that is its own thing. But if you're going to want and demand a high payday, you got to prove it more than 59 points per year, and you got to stay healthy. So that is my take on Will Smith's situation. If you guys are happy about Colin Graf returning to the Sharks, let me know, man, because I'm pretty happy. Where he's going to play in the lineup now, that's going to be another question. Is he going to go back on the first line? Is he going to be moved up and down? I gave you my prediction on the lines. If you want to see my line prediction, go check out this video right here. But that's going to do it for me today, Sharks fans. Colin Graf, you're a San Jose Shark for the next 3 years. Enjoy your time in San Jose, and I'm looking forward to seeing that boy do some work again this year. Peace out, homies. Go Sharks, baby.